Good morning, good morning. Good morning. Good morning, y'all. Sorry I'm late. Good morning, Miss Carolyn. Happy Tuesday. Good morning, Miss Felica. Happy Tuesday. Sorry I'm late, ladies. Had to drop Riley off at band camp. Y'all know how teens move very, very slowly, especially when it's somewhere they don't want to go. Because she did not want to go to band camp. Good morning, Miss Gail. Happy Tuesday. Good morning, Miss DG. Good morning, Miss Ray. Good morning, Janicia. Good morning, Miss Natarsa. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, ladies. Happy Tuesday. Ooh. It's cold in here, which is a good thing. I'm sure I'll be hot in a minute. Good morning, Miss Lisa, honey. Happy Tuesday. Good morning, Miss T. Miller. Happy Tuesday. Sorry, I apologize for being tardy. Good morning, Miss Cassandra. Happy Tuesday. Good morning, Miss On an Island. Happy Tuesday. This hair, it's too hot. Yesterday, I had a whole list of things I was gonna do. I went to the grocery store and I cooked dinner. That was it, okay? Because when I got home, after being in that heat, I guess because it hasn't been that hot here, like hot like we're used to it because of all the rain we've had. Um, yeah, I wasn't. I guess they said we're gonna make up for it to make it really hot, baby. When I say I was sweating, and then I had the nerve to have my hair down. I was like, oh no. Nah. Good morning, Miss Neeset, baby. Ah, thank you. Good morning, Miss Patrice. Good morning, Miss Monica. Good morning, Miss Calmy Lexi. Good morning, Miss Nikki. Oh, let me turn on this light over here. It's fine. It's fine. Good morning, Miss Carletta. Happy Tuesday, ladies. Happy Tuesday. Yeah, I hadn't seen Pork Chop since last week, and he hadn't called me. And I called my daughter last night, and I said, "This is ridiculous. Okay, Pork Chop needs to be calling his Gigi. Baby, Pork Chop looked like he grown. He's sitting there drinking his cup, lean back. My little grandbaby growing up so fast. Good morning, Ash. Good morning, Miss Stacy. Happy Tuesday. Yeah. I say, oh, Pork Chop. So he's gonna come over tomorrow. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Looking all grown and stuff. They do. He's already won. I keep looking at his baby pictures like, what happened? He seemed to have grown up faster than my kids did. Maybe because I was the one doing all the work. What color has he been on lately? Last time he was here, he was on green. He was on green last week. Now, he's gonna, like I said, my his other granny, who also helped keep him, she's working full time. Actually, I think she starts work like next week. So he's gonna be with me Monday through Friday all day, and I got plans for him. He's gonna be learning stuff, and I'm gonna put him on a little routine and schedule. So I'm pretty sure he might get some reds while we work on that. But that's okay. We all been there. Oh well, I don't think I ever got a red, but anyway, I probably got reds when I should probably deserve some reds when I got old. When I grew up is what I mean. Good morning, Miss Latoya. Happy Tuesday. Yeah, so he's gonna be here with his granny all day long. So I'm gonna order him like a little desk, and I've been looking at different like Montessori stuff to help him learn. So we at least gonna try. I can't guarantee nothing. That baby is purple and we love him. I mean, he been on blue black. You know, I was so black is blue. Yeah, that's been pork chop. Cause he can get into stuff, and now that he have the puppy, I already know that. Listen, I'll be calling Maui's name all day long. Maui, get out of that. Get that out your mouth. That's me all day. So me calling him and pork chop all day, I'm gonna be crazy. He mixes all the colors he does. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So this morning our devotional is called Safe in His Hands. Good morning, Miss Jennifer. Happy Thursday. The verse is Psalm 4:8. This is the New International Version, and it says, "In peace I will lie down and sleep, for you alone, Lord, make me dwell in safety." The New Living Translation says, and again, this is Psalm 4:8, "In peace I will lie down and sleep, for you alone, O Lord, will keep me safe." All right. Our devotion. There's a soft sigh your soul makes when you finally feel safe. And that is so true. Thank you, Miss Cassandra. Not just physically safe, but emotionally, spiritually, and mentally at rest. In this world, safety can feel like a moving target. Relationships shift, finances fluctuate, health can change in an instant, but the safety God provides is unchanging. Thank you, Lord. When David wrote this psalm, he was surrounded by enemies, yet he still said, "In peace I will lie down and sleep." Not because his situation was perfect, but because he trusted the one who held him. For women of faith, especially in our 40s and beyond, safety isn't just about locks and alarms, It's about feeling safe to rest, be soft, say no, take up space, and let God carry what you can't. You don't have to hustle to protect yourself. You don't have to live in constant vigilance. Your softness is not a weakness, which we always say. It's a sign of trust in the God who covers you. Today, allow yourself to breathe deeply and unclench your shoulders, okay? Relax, ladies. You are safe. You are safe. You are safe in God's love. God is not just watching over you. He is holding you. The reason I kind of thought about this topic for today is that I was listening to a YouTube video yesterday. Y'all know I'm always listening and watching something. And she was saying that for women, safety is not just we meet someone, we're safe. We always feel that way, even in marriage. She said safety is a moment-to-moment thing. And when I really thought about it, that's true. And she said, as women, our bodies naturally contract when we are not safe. You know, we close up, our shoulders tense, our shoulders clench. You know, we draw into ourselves, right? She said even, she was talking about this as well, but she was like, even down there, like, your body responds to you not being safe, even with your husband. When you get upset with him, when he does something that kind of, you're like, why would you say that, or why would you do that? She said your body instantly responds to that as women. Good morning, Miss Michelle. And I was like, man, that's so true. She was like, safety is a very important thing for women. And it's not something that we just give away. It's something that is moment to moment. One of my favorite songs is Safe in His Arms. It's Older by Milk. Baby, I know that song. I can't sing it. I won't, but I know what song you're talking about, yes. But that's true. Like, we have a God that we can forever be safe in. Like, we don't have to worry. Even when the circumstances aren't good, we can still be safe. Yesterday, I posted a video. Come on, Miss Blika, one of your favorite songs. Yesterday, I posted a video on my Instagram stories, and it was a lady. She was being told, she posted a video of her mom. Her mom was being told that her, whatever illness she had, I don't want to assume what it is, but it was terminal, and she only had a few weeks to live. And she said her mom only lived about 10 weeks after that video. Her mom was laughing. Ooh, I don't want to talk because her mom was laughing in that video. If you follow me on Instagram, go check it out. Her mom was talking. Her mama was praising. Like, and somebody posted in the comments, they said that's the peace that surpasses all understanding. And I was like, yes. Like, I don't think I was quite there when I was sick. I was okay with, okay, I might die, and I knew God was gonna take care of my kids, but the joy that woman still had, knowing that she wasn't gonna be here, she was like, I may not understand what God is doing, but He's still God. And I was just like, man, that's someone who really believes in the Savior. That's someone who really believes in God's promises. Everything. Yeah, passed away. Oh, I know it's that. But I was just like really, really, really touched by that video. So I encourage you to go watch that video. But the safety that she must have felt to be able to express herself that way, the safety in God that she must have felt to be able to feel that way, that's ultimately what I want, right? And I assume y'all want that too. But yeah, like, safety is a very important thing. You hear that coming up a lot. I want to feel safe. I want to feel safe. I can't do this if I don't feel safe. Da 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 da. But we have to discover is our true safety comes from the Lord. Our true safety is trusting Him, knowing that He got us at all times, no matter what. Good morning, Miss Patricia. Happy Tuesday. So, yeah. Our affirmation is, I am safe in God's love. Okay? I am safe. I told y'all, hug yourself, man. I do it all the time. I am safe in God's love. I release fear, embrace peace, and rest in His protection. Can you really rest in God's protection? Do you trust that He got you? This is really trusting God no matter what. It's trusting that no matter what the circumstances are, because really circumstances don't matter. I say that all the time. God has got us. He is so much bigger than all of anything we could go through. So a journal prompt. Where in my life am I still trying to protect myself out of fear? Like, where are you guarding yourself because you're scared? What are you holding back on because you're scared? And I don't just mean like physically scared, like, you know what I mean. You're scared you're gonna fail. You're scared that you ain't the person that they think you are. All of those things. I understand it. So where are you still feeling that way? How can I practice trusting God with those areas today? Action step. Physically practice rest today. Take a nap. Go for a peaceful walk or sit quietly with no agenda. As you do, repeat this. I am safe. God is with me. I can rest. Okay? I am safe. God is with me. I can rest. All right. So, what are some practical ways a feminine woman of faith can feel safe, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, while still staying soft, graceful, and connected to God? First, create emotional safety with God first. Pray honestly. If you are scared, even though God knows, He wants to hear what you have to say. He wants to hear your fears, okay? Bring your fears and insecurities to God without filtering them. Okay, y'all know I don't really have no filter when I be talking to God. I be talking to Him about any and everything. Lord, I need your help. Lord, I don't understand that. Maybe I won't understand it, Jesus, but like, make me feel good about this decision. What do you think I should do? Like, I don't have a filter when I talk to Him. Just like, just like I be talking to y'all. I'll just be clapping. I'll be like, I see you, Lord. Like, that's how I talk to God. Okay, we locked in. Okay. So, what's the song? We locked in. Ain't no splitting up. Something like that. I don't remember. I don't know. I still don't know T. So anyway, but bring your fears and insecurities to God without filtering Him. He is the best listener. Let Him really know what's going on. Like, how you feeling? Again, He knows, but He wants to hear it from you. It's kind of like solidify when you speak it out loud. You know those things you're scared to say out loud because they might come true. Yeah, it's kind of like that. Use scripture as a shield. Meditate on verses about protection, peace, and refuge. Psalm 91, Proverbs 18:10, and Isaiah 41:10. Start your day in His presence. This sets the tone for internal safety no matter what happens externally. Okay? Oh, I just saw that. Hold on. It says my best friend dad passed away. Singing, worshiping, arms raised. It's beautiful. Ah. Was that recently? I'm sorry, Miss Natasha. Sorry. I get tongue tied, my bad. Was that recently? Or that's beautiful though. That is really beautiful. 2 years ago, okay. That is really, just think about going home that way. You going home that way. Yeah. Set gentle but clear boundaries. Say no without guilt when something threatens your peace. Use phrases like that doesn't work for me right now, or let me pray about it and get back to you. Boundaries create emotional safety and allow you to remain soft without becoming drained. So, y'all know I always talk about keep your boundaries. Not a wall, but boundaries, right? A fence, you know. Fence got a little door. You can kind of open that gate back up again, and but not a wall. Not a wall. Once that wall is up, you gotta take it down, right? So think of boundaries as a fence with a little door, a little gate. You know, that's how I say. But anyway, boundaries create. Oh, okay, I said that. Prioritize safe relationships. This is really important. Surround yourself with people who honor your femininity, your softness, and your faith. Okay? Be discerning about who you open up to. Yes, not everyone deserves access to your vulnerability. This is true. Okay? Be discerning about who you tell your feelings to, your innermost thoughts, your fears, and all of those things. Can I help you, sir? Why you have on your highlighter shirt?
Same reason you got your moo on.
Oh man, you didn't have to call me out like that.
Son, you got your moo on, I got this on. Just close, right?
It's closed. Yeah, that's true. I'm waiting for you to leave. Because yesterday he listened to my message and then he gonna say something smart.
I'm taking my calls. I'm just gonna stay at Alex practice.
Oh, you want? Oh, you all right?
Yep.
All right.
So I'm about to put him in the cage.
Okay, you gonna go to Alex practice and stay there?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Yeah, he gonna talk about because last night he did something nasty, and I I cut my eyes at him, and he said, I thought you were gonna be watching your facial expressions." I was like, you know what? You can't listen to my devotionals no more. But anyway, um, it's very important that you are use discernment or are selective about who you share information with, especially nowadays where information can be spread like fire. Okay, people can go on the internet and talk your business and all of that type of stuff, and that's not a safe friend, that's not a safe acquaintance, that's not a safe relationship. If they are out speaking your business, they do listen on the low. If they are out speaking your business, if they are out, you just got to be careful. Y'all know, we're at the age where we understand that everybody ain't your friend. And it is what it is. It's okay, right? You don't have to be my friend. We can still be cool. We can still talk. We can still laugh. But no, I'm not going to tell you my innermost secrets. No, I'm not going to divulge, things that you don't need to know about my life. No, I'm not going to get vulnerable with you, right? We understand that at our age. Maybe the younger folks maybe don't quite understand that as well. But yeah, we understand you cannot share with everyone. Absolutely, Miss Cassandra. You cannot. It's just what it is, okay? Not everyone is on the same path as you. And of course, not everyone believes the same things that you believe, which is fine. I don't try to convince people. I don't try to talk people down. I'm way beyond that in my life. I just show up as I am, and hopefully that is a testimony to God most times, Lord, because I know I be messing up, and I'm sorry. I'm working on it. But, hopefully my testimony can bring people closer to him, right? And I guess that goes for all of us. So, seek godly sisterhood and community that makes you feel seen, not judged. And I hope that you feel like you have that here. I hope that you feel like this is a sisterhood, that you can come here, you can say what you need to say, excuse me, and that you don't feel judged. I feel that way. I don't feel like y'all are ever judging me. I feel like maybe y'all might think I'm a little crazy. And I'm okay with that. But I don't ever feel like y'all are judging me. I feel like I could be really transparent with y'all, and I can tell y'all how I really feel, whether it's right or wrong. Like, because I don't know. Again, I'm still on a journey learning with y'all, still learning how to get closer to God, to connect, to become a better person, to become all of the things that I say I want to be. So, yeah. Cultivate a safe home environment. And this is important. Make your home a sanctuary of peace. Light candles, play worship music, and create cozy corners for prayer, journaling, or rest. Okay? Declutter toxic energy, not just physical things, but also negative media, conversations, and chaos. I love that. Oh, thank you, Miss Cassandra. I'm glad. I love our sisterhood too. Um, really make sure that where you are um, paying the rent, or even if you ain't paying the rent, mortgage, whatever, make sure that that's a safe place for you to go home to. Make sure that you can really go home, feel free, feel at peace, and feel rested. Because Lord knows, when we are out in this world, we are constantly on guard, right? Um, Even though we know that we are safe, we know that we still have to, do the physical things to make sure that we are good. Watch our surroundings. Make sure ain't nobody like creeping up on us. At work, sprinkler. Sorry, y'all. At work, you know, we, I'm gonna say the acronym, but we used to say it back in the day. CYA. You know what that means. Cover your behind. You know, all of those things. Like, we're constantly trying to make sure, all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed, and we're constantly going and all of those things. So make sure when you get home that it can be exactly, Miss Natarsa, your place of peace. It can be your oasis. If it can't, and I know what that feels like, then you need to make a change. Because if you can't feel safe and at peace where you lay your head, where can you be safe and at peace at? I remember living with my ex-husband, and I hated going home. He probably hated going home too. we when I Even though that was the first home we bought, and I was super proud of that house. I was proud to give my kids a home, a backyard, all of those things. When I got rid of that home, it was like a woosah, because there wasn't peace there. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't safety there. It wasn't, not that my ex-husband beat me or anything. He just was, he wasn't ready to be a husband. Let's just say that. He wasn't ready to be a family man. Let's just say that. I remember going to bed at night, and like, he wouldn't come home, and I couldn't sleep, like, never again, because baby, I don't come home, I won't even know. Because I'm gonna be in my bed, okay? That's how unbothered I am at this point in life. But not that my husband has done anything like that, but I'm just saying, like, again, I am not in the business of punishing anyone. And she talked about that too yesterday, in that video about punishing people. She was like, you have to be, and I really thought about this when she said that. You have to be on your family's team if they're a good family, like a good husband. Y'all know what I'm saying, right? She was like, you have to be on your husband's team. You have to be on your kids' team, right? You have to show them that you are on their team. She was like, and a lot of times in a lot of homes, we are on separate teams. And I was like, man, that is so true. My sisters and bonus daughters say that when they're visiting us, they feel at peace. It warms my heart to know that the love we put into it is felt by others. Man, that's like the best compliment. When someone can come to your house and relax, right? Feel at home. Even though I wouldn't say my former marital home was like peaceful for us. I used to love that the kids used to love to come over and want to spend a night. Like, my kids' friends, they used to love to come over and want to spend a night. That was a compliment to me. My ex-husband, he didn't really like it. He was like, why we always got these kids here? Because they feel comfortable here, right? But yeah, that's like the ultimate compliment, that when people come into your home and they can feel peace, they can sit down, like, they can feel comfortable for real. Now, we don't want them to stay forever. But yeah, like, you have to be on your family's team. She was saying that. She was saying, as we go out into this world, We fight all day long, right? We just talked about that. We are always, you know, fighting our way through the day, right? And then to have to come home and fight with your loved ones, that's crazy. And when she put it that way, I was like, that is, that is, that is crazy to have to come home and still fight. So I pray that none of y'all are going through that. And if you are, that you find refuge. Like, honestly, ask God, because can't nobody help you like He helped you, okay? Your home should be a peace. It should be a place of peace and comfort. You should be running to come home, right? Man, I want to go home. I want to get in my bed. I want to watch my shows. I want to, cook something comforting to eat. All of you should be running to go home. And if you are not, then you need to examine that and find out what you need to do to change that. So, use body awareness to feel safe in yourself. Practice deep breathing. I know it sounds woo woo, but breathing helps. To stop and really take the time to take those deep breaths to calm your nervous system and calm your body down. It really, really, really helps. Do gentle stretches. That helps. Yoga or walks to release tension from your body. I know some people are against yoga. I'm not quite sure. I haven't really studied into that. But if you don't feel comfortable doing yoga, don't do yoga. Just stretch, okay? Wear clothes that make you feel comfortable, feminine, and secure. Not for the world, but for yourself, okay? Listen, I love when I see the girls in the heels, okay? Click clacking and everything. But I can no longer be a heel girly. I never really was, let's just be honest. But a kitten heel, yes. A real heel, probably not. Probably not, okay? My knees hurt. My feet be hurting. Y'all know my balance is still off. All of those things. I just can't be a heel girl. And I'm comfortable and secure in that. It doesn't bother me. I'm okay with that. And I know that's kind of a juvenile thing. But I'm just saying, be secure in how you look, because that helps you be secure in how you feel, right? Those days when no Aaron stops needed head straight on. I know. I love coming home. I couldn't wait to get home from that grocery store yesterday. I was like, I can't wait. I'm finna get under the air conditioner. I'm finna put. Listen, I had this moo on last night. He can talk about my moo. I don't care. He secretly loves it, y'all. Anyway, but I was like, I got to take these clothes off because I was hot. The hot flashes are flashing. I was like, I can't wait to get home. I'm so glad they make cute little shoes, because that's my comfort. Yeah, I say that to say be secure in how you look, because that helps you be secure in how you feel. When you wear that super short dress and you steady tugging it down, girl, you're not comfortable. And therefore, you don't look secure. I'm not hollering at nobody. I'm sorry. But I'm just I see the girl is doing that. And I'm like, girl, if you got to keep doing that, that might have not been a dress, honey. And then I see some women who can wear the short stuff and then, baby, they be moving. And I'll never see a thing. And I'll be like, how you do it? Because you probably have seen all my, my little city down there. So... But if you are not secure, if you are constantly, pulling your skirt down or your dress down and you trying to move, that doesn't give off security. And really, people can feed off of that. A man can feed off of that and be like, oh, she's not secure in herself. And, you could meet the wrong people. So I think that that's an important thing. Wedges. Girl, I don't even think I can do a big wedge no more. I don't know. I have to try. I have some espadrilles. Yeah, I remember those. I have some espadrilles in there that are really cute that I said I was going to wear. We'll see. We'll see. The wedges a little high. I don't know. Manage your energy softly. Give yourself permission to rest without labeling it as laziness. That's resting without guilt, okay? Say no to overcommitting. Productivity is not proof of your worth. Let's do soft productivity, okay? That's what I wanted to introduce in my TikTok. If you don't, I have another TikTok. I have Several People's Mama TikTok. It's actually Several People's Mama 4, because Several People's Mama was taken. I don't know who has it, but whatever. And that's my cooking. I'm trying to like separate things out. But I also have another TikTok, which is It's Nicole Snoddy. And on that TikTok, I have started to introduce planning and the things that I love. I'm still working on the planner channel, y'all. I'm thinking that might come towards the end of the year, and I kind of have a plan. God, I've been talking to him about the right way to do things, because baby, I'm not trying to do anything out of his alignment or will, because it don't work. Okay, it don't work. But yeah, like soft productivity, like rhythms instead of routines. And yes, you make a list, but you don't beat yourself up if you don't get to everything, right? You put out your top priorities and you handle those, and the other things you can carry on to the next day, right? um Say no to overcommitting. Oh, I said that. Schedule joy appointments. This is important too. Moments that feed your soul and remind you of God's goodness. Schedule rest and schedule happy tasks. You know what I'm saying? Schedule a lunch. Y'all know I love taking myself to lunch. Schedule a lunch date with yourself. Listen. I had a good old lunch date on Friday with myself at my favorite place, Papa Do's, and it was a good old time. And I fed my soul. I got what I needed, and then I came home, right? And I spent time with my kids, and then me and my husband went on a date later on that afternoon. Schedule those things, right? Build those into your schedule, and also that helps you have things to look forward to. And it's always good to have things to look forward to. That keeps you going. That keeps you wanting to do what you got to do so you can get to that thing, right? Strengthen your spiritual protection. Pray covering prayers daily, okay? Psalm 91, Ephesians 6, which is the armor of God. Yes, joy appointments. Anoint your home and yourself with oil as a symbol of divine protection. I think that that's important, okay? Yes, make a joy appointment. You know what? I'm going to make a TikTok about that today. Make a joy appointment. Speak affirmations over your life. Thank you, Lord. Thank y'all. Speak affirmations over your life. I am protected, provided for, and loved by God. Baby, what we used to say before, God is the muscle, okay? We ain't got to worry about it. We ain't got to be strong. We ain't got to do everything. God is the muscle, okay? He is the muscle. Heal inner wounds that trigger fear. This is important. Invite God into past experiences where you felt unsafe. Invite him in. Ask him what you need to do. Ask him to heal you. Like, of course, we ask God to heal physical things, like when we're ill and stuff like that. But God's healing power is super great. It is everything, right? And he doesn't just have the ability to heal your physical. He has the ability to heal you mentally and emotionally. And sometimes I think we don't take advantage of that, right? I'm not saying there's anything wrong with therapy, medication, all of those things. I believe God has put in place to help us, right? But he wants you to come to the source first. He wants you to come to the source first, okay? And I think it's very, very important that we ask him to heal the things, even if we can't really express it. He knows, you know what I'm saying? We can say that to God. Lord, I really don't know why I'm feeling this way. I really don't know what's going on. Like, reveal it to me. Help me, Lord. Help me feel good again, whatever the case may be. He is open and willing and able to do that. Okay? I've been going to listen to music on the patio on Friday. It's such a good vibe. Summer free me. Oh, that's so nice. I love that. That's your joy appointment, Miss Cassandra. Consider Christian therapy, mentorship, or counseling if needed. Journal prayers asking God to heal the parts of you that still brace for danger. That's good right there. Journal prayers asking God to heal the parts that still brace for danger. Y'all know what bracing for danger is. Y'all know when something happens and you just brace yourself. What is it? What is it that causes you to brace yourself? What is it that you need to talk to God about? That you need help feeling safe in? What is it? Don't just journal about it. Journal the prayers. Say the prayers. Ask God for his help. Lord, I brace myself every time this happens. Help me. Help me. What is it, Lord? Why do I brace myself? What am I scared of? I don't know. I know I don't have to be scared of anything because I got you, Lord. So help me. And again, he is willing, open, and able to do that. Practice practical safety without fear. Lock doors. Be aware of surroundings. Use wisdom when out alone, but do so from a place of confidence, not anxiety, right? We still have to be diligent. We still have to be discerning, but we're not doing it out of paranoia. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything's going to get, we're not walking around like that. We are still secure. We still know that we are protected. We trust God that he goes before us and he knows everything that's going on around us. But yes, you still have to be practical, right? Like, don't get it confused. You still need to be locking your doors when you leave, ladies. When you're going somewhere, you still need to pay attention to your surroundings. I don't know if I ever told y'all this story. And to this day, I still ain't watched this movie. I'll tell y'all real quick. I must have been about 22. I already had Ryan, so I must have been about 22, 23. And me and my friend, my coworker, she was also a good friend, we were going to the movies. Now, she lived on Forum West, which, if you know where that is not the best part of town, right? And this was back in the early 2000s, okay? So there's a lot going on over there. So I didn't know that was like not the best part of town until I like drove over there, and then I was like, Lord, because I'd never been over there. So I go over there. It was me, her, and another friend of ours, and we are going to the movies to see Denzel Out of Time. Okay, so that tells you when this occurred. We get to her apartment, going to her apartment. We're coming back out of the apartment to get into one car so we can ride to the movies together. I'm running my mouth just like I'm running my mouth with y'all, okay? I'm over here just running my mouth, talking da-da-da-da-da-da. My friend Wendy, that was her name. Wendy said, Nicole. Well, she said Ricky because that's what she called me. She was like, Ricky. I was like, huh? I turned around. Why is it this young man and he got a gun pulled on us? We was getting robbed, y'all, and I'm over here running my mouth. just yapping. She said, Ricky. I said, huh? I look up. He was like, give me your purse. He had like a bandana around his leg. He had like this little gun. It didn't even look real, y'all, but I wasn't taking no chances. So I was like, all I could say, and I did a little cussing back then. I was like, dang. So if I ain't say that, I gave him my purse. And I'm good. How are you, Miss Laura Lee? Happy Tuesday. I gave him my purse, and we didn't go to the movies. And to this day, I was like, Denzel, and you trying to go see Denzel. Got robbed. So yeah. And I've been robbed actually a few times. Not like in the store I worked in, and I've had my house broken into. Yeah, your girl's had a life. But yeah, yes, he had a gun pulled on us. And so that area was known for like crackheads. So crackheads rob people so they could get money for crack. And that's basically what he was. So it was so funny because me and my cousin, I called my cousin. I said, man, we just got robbed over here. She was like, man, that wasn't nothing but a crackhead. And I was like, yeah, he ain't look right, da 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 da. And so she was like, we gonna come back tomorrow. And she said, because I had a little Coach purse. She said, all he did was empty your purse into the dumpster. Because I was like, man, you got my ID, you got she's like, you cancel your credit cards or your bank card or whatever. And she was like, all he did was dump your purse contents into the dumpster. She said, and take the purse, and he probably pawned it. So I was like, really, you think so? She was like, yeah. She's like, we're gonna come back there tomorrow. We went back there tomorrow, got in the dumpster. I found my ID, my social security, like everything. That's exactly what he did. He dumped the stuff into the dumpster. And I told my friend, I was like, y'all come back out here because your stuff probably in this dumpster. But she didn't do it. I didn't see her stuff. But yeah, crazy. I've lived a life, ladies. I've lived a life. But I say all that to say, be aware of your surroundings, okay? Pay attention. Don't be like me just yapping. Get into the car, okay? Pay it, because had I probably not been yapping, we probably had been in the car and on our way to where we needed to go instead of getting robbed. But I was running my mouth, so be discerning of your area. My house got broken into before. It's so disheartening. Just feel so violated. Yeah. I've got my house, my apartment. It was like my first apartment, actually. I got broken into. I had left. I was actually pregnant with Bean. And my mom had came and got me because I was really, really sick with Bean. And she was like, I'm going to come get you so you could come over here and just lay down or whatever. And they broke into my apartment, and I'll never forget this. They stole meat out my freezer. I was like, they stole meat out my freezer. Needless to say, after that, I never went back to that apartment. I never stayed in that apartment again. I got my stuff. I stayed with my mom for like a week or so, and then I ended up moving into another apartment. I was getting ready to move anyway, actually. I've had my house broken into growing up. Not a good feeling. Thank you, Lord, for your protection. Yeah. Listen, I was robbed at the place I worked at was robbed because I used to work at Eckhart Pharmacy. I'm old. So I worked at Eckhart Pharmacy. I didn't work in the pharmacy. I worked up in the front end is what we call it. And the pharmacy would get robbed because I worked at the one on Scott and OST, if you know where that is. It's in the heart of Third Ward. So they would come in and they would rob, and they would steal syrup, which is promethazine. They would steal that out of the pharmacy. Yeah, so it was just, I've been through some things. So be aware of your surroundings. I say that all to say be aware of your surroundings. Safety isn't just about the absence of danger. It's about the presence of God in every part. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I skipped one. Like I said, be aware of your surroundings. Take self-defense classes or learn practical skills. Not live in fear, but to feel capable, right? So know how to defend yourself. Know how to protect yourself, right? Not out of fear, but just so you are capable, right? Just so you know that you have those skills, okay? If somebody were to come up against you. Yeah, I'm seasoned. Eckhart Pharmacy, I used to work there from 16 to like 18. And then they built an HEB. That's when HEB was first introduced to Houston. So they were called HEB pantries. They built an HEB pantry across the street. And I heard that at the time, I was only making like $4 or $5 at Eckhart. And I heard that they paid their cashier $7. So I still had the job at Eckhart's. And then I went and worked at HEB. And then I quit Eckhart's. Yeah, your girl. I've done a few things. I've seen a few things. I've lived a life, okay? I have lived a life. So, rest in truth that you belong to God. This is good. Feminine women of faith don't have to toughen up to survive, okay? Get out of survival mode. Get out of survival mode. Maybe that should be our devotional for tomorrow. Your softness is protected by the strength of the Lord, not your own strength. The strength of the Lord, but because ain't nobody stronger. Ain't nobody stronger. He can move mountains, okay? He can do anything. He parted the Red Sea. Anytime I think about, things are hard, I always, because we used to watch the Ten Commandments. We watch the Ten Commandments every Easter. My mom would make us watch it. Every time, and I would always be amazed that he parted the Red Sea and the people walked through it. The people walked, he parted like if you've ever watched that movie, like the fish will be flying and all that kind of stuff. I was like, if God can do that, he can do anything. There is no fear. This man, and he is not a man that he should lie, but God parted the Red Sea. These people were about to be dead because of the Egyptians. They was like, they want their lick back. No, you can't really take them. We was lying. And he parted the Red Sea. So anytime I think about God, I think about that, and I think about him resurrecting his son. If you ever know the story of resurrection and everything that they did to Jesus on that cross, he was gone. They buried him. There was no heartbeat. There was no pulse. There was no breath. He was gone. And then God resurrected him. Like, anytime I think about those things, I know I don't have anything to worry about. I know he can do anything. I know that nothing is possible without him, right? Like you can't tell me. you can't there's no way you can convince me that he ain't got me. Okay? The fact that I'm here, okay? I'm here. It never I'm here after stage 4 cancer, talking to you now. Okay? I God is good, and he got you. Even if I wasn't here. Just like that video. He's still God. He's still God. Okay? So, yeah. Not your own strength. It's not about the absence of danger. It's about the presence of God in every part of your life. All right, that is our devotional for today. I hope that you truly understand that you can be safe in God's presence, that he can do anything, that he can make anything possible. And I don't even mean like physically safe, internally safe. You can cry, you can feel, you can do all of the things that the world won't allow us to do, or are against us doing. And he can wipe away those tears. He can lift you up. He can keep you going. He can make you feel safe. He can make you feel secure. So I hope you truly understand that from this devotional today. Anyway, I pray and intend that you have, what is this? Is this thing shaking? I pray and intend that you have the most amazing Tuesday. I love y'all. I always appreciate y'all ladies being here with me. The listen, for the new people, because we do have a few new people here. Welcome. I am not a preacher, a teacher, a pastor, or any of those things. I'm just a normal, everyday woman, as trying to get closer to God. And because of that, we have this devotional and this sisterhood. So welcome. Yeah. Thank you, Miss Cassandra. Ah, I love you. 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 So, yeah. Have the most amazing day. I will see y'all on tomorrow. I will say about 7:05. Okay, don't necessarily look for me at 7. because the little girl just be going slow in the morning, okay? And I be trying to holler. I be trying not to holler. I be like, girl, I got stuff to do. Come on. So I will see y'all about 7-ish in the morning, Central Standard Time. I love y'all. Have the best day and be safe, like all the way. Bye, y'all. No problem, Miss Donna. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.